Trisha Paytas is going after the D'Amelios. James Charles is going after Trisha Paytas, and now Jeffree Star wants to get involved. What was the catalyst to get this community in such an uproar?
Do we have any Dino nuggets?
Oh, I asked for motherfucking Dino nuggets! Fuck this gourmet shit! I have enough money to buy your kitchen, burn it down, build it again, and then burn it down again! I swear that's how some people looked at that clip. People seriously think a YouTube channel that introed with this?
So welcome to episode 1 of Dinner with the D'Amelios.
Is not staged in any way. Although, to their credit, it is a bit difficult to believe that they actually thought having a 19-year-old freak out over snails was a good idea to include in the video.
That's a snail.
Oh my God. It is a snail.
It sometimes happens when... Oh God.
So dramatic.
Don't be so dramatic.
Excuse yourself.
Is she being real? Or is she being dramatic?
Like, I know the average age demographic for these people is rather low, but still, how is this funny in any way? It's just embarrassing and cringe. But not as cringe as the adults who took this failed comedy very, very seriously, to the point of mass unfollowing Charli on TikTok. But you may be thinking, well, the kids like this, and most of Charli's fans are kids, so why is she losing so many followers? Well, they fucked up on that end too.
So October 30th, I didn't have a TikTok. That's the day I started my TikTok.
You guys posted the video together looking like twins and everyone. Yeah.
And this year, we have our collab. That comes out the 30th.
Yes.
I have my song with Liam Payne coming out the 30th. And I'm announcing Trippie Redd's album all on the 30th.
Wait, whoa.
In 1 year.
If we're thinking about it, okay, how far away is that's Friday? Okay. I wish I had like more time. Cause imagine if I hit 100 mil a year after hitting a mil.
Was the 95 not enough for you?
Well, I was just like saying like even number.
Well, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching our YouTube video.
Thank you so much for being here. We're so happy that we have you guys as part of our family.
Now, besides the obviously glaring issues with that clip, I mean, the outro, holy fuck, I definitely feel for the adults in the room there. The thing that will upset the kid fans is the fact that Charli said she wants to hit 100 million followers. Anybody can see that she was just saying it would be cool, she's just excited, but younger fans are gonna take that as her not caring about them and only seeing them as numbers, which is the type of backlash they ended up getting, to the point where Charli actually cried on Instagram Live. Jesus, why are these people on the internet again? Anyways, once this drama caught wind on Twitter, the people there, in comparison to everyone else, actually had some pretty sane takes. For example, Dream tweeted out, "Is Charli really being cancelled for saying it would have been cool to hit 100 million in less than a year after 1 million? Or for asking for dino nuggets from a chef? Give me a break." Taylor Lorenz says, "If Charli D'Amelio was a boy, none of this would be an issue. She's a 16-year-old girl held to an impossibly high standard, and the entire internet wants to build her up and tear her down, despite the fact she's doing nothing problematic. It's heartbreaking to watch." Ilsa Watkins says, "Charli D'Amelio losing followers for that chef video has to be the stupidest reason for being cancelled I've ever seen. How can people label a girl ungrateful after a 15-second clip making a comment to her family? People can be so toxic." Preston says, "Y'all listening to 6ix9ine despite the fact he's a really gross person who's done some awful shit. Y'all when Charli wants dino nuggets." Oliver Jose says, "Charli and Dixie D'Amelio are rude to their personal chef? Girl, take your lazy ass to the kitchen and cook something yourself next time." Simp Daddy says, "Charli and Dixie's family after their personal chef quits."
Don't get it! Don't do this for me! Get out of there! Get away! Get away! Kill it! No!
Black Wolf Company says, "Charli D'Amelio being cancelled for quite literally nothing, and you wonder why online personalities suffer from mental health problems. You cunts are fucking soft. Get a life. None of yous are kicking up this much of a stink about Zoe Laverne, and she's out here abusing kids." False rape accuser I'm Alex says, "Just caught up on the Charli drama. Wait till everyone finds out she only eats crustless sandwiches." Goat BB says, "Dude, I don't even know who Charli is, but why the fuck are grown-ass people ganging up on a 16-year-old girl to cancel her, instead of dealing with actual awful people who still have a platform like, I don't know, Jeffree Star and Trisha Paytas?" Inabber says, "Charli D'Amelio got cancelled and lost over 1 million followers because she made a joke about not having more followers? A teeny non-offensive little joke? There are actual pedophiles on that app who get less abuse than her. TikTok is such a fucking weird app, holy shit. Here's the completely unoffended chef who people are getting offended for. He literally says they set Dixie and Charli up to get reactions. It was planned.
Are you the chef from the infamous D'Amelio cooking episode?
That's me.
It was Aaron, right?
Yep.
Man, oh my God, this is so crazy. Listen, this is actually one of the hottest topics right now. What is going on with all this snail drama?
You know, there was somebody on production thought it would be funny to
Okay.
feed Dixie and Charli snails.
Okay.
They didn't take it the best. I love Dixie and Charli. I've worked
Okay.
with them before. I'm going to work with them again.
Okay.
I think it's a little blown out of proportion.
It's basically been the top story on Daily Mail all day, which is worldwide
Crazy.
news. They said that she was a snob.
I would call it fake
Or,
news.
or spoiled.
Fake news right now.
Spoiled.
Those girls are the greatest. I love them.
Okay.
It was all fun and games.
Were your feelings hurt, or how did you, I mean?
Not at all, not at all. I mean, I don't expect them to love the snails. Like I said, somebody, I'm not going to say who,
Oh, this guy right
thought
here.
it would be funny to feed them snails.
Wait
And
a
they
minute.
reacted the way they
Wait a
reacted.
minute,
It's all
hold
good.
on. So it was your idea to put the snails in
Yeah,
there?
it was my idea. We're in the content business, and I've known Dixie and Charli for a long time. I've known the family for a long time, and I knew Dixie would eat it. She's fearless. She's afraid of nothing. I knew she would try it. I knew she probably wouldn't like it. And I mean,
Wait a minute. So you knew she wouldn't like it, and so what about Charli? Did Charli eat the snails?
Charli did not eat the snails.
She
Okay.
just wanted some chicken nuggets. It's all good.
Some
Who
chicken-
can be mad about some chicken nuggets? It's all good.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
James Charles reacts to all of this by saying, "This Charli situation is not sitting right with me. 100 million followers in 1 year, and y'all expect her to know how to be a perfect role model? Death threats because she's a picky eater and made a joke about a milestone? 30-plus-year-olds dragging someone half their age? Feels familiar." Lazar Beam responds to James by saying, "Dumbest controversy I've ever seen." Wania Hamad says, "I never hated you, James, but you are wrong. She and her sister, Dixie D'Amelio, are so disrespectful." Laura Parker says, "You know what isn't sitting right with me? Acting like a fucking asshole to someone serving you food. Grow up." Caitlin says, "Charli did nothing wrong." Laughing my ass off. What's wrong with her wanting to reach 100 million? Daniel Prida says, "I think it's really hard for audiences to tell the difference between on-camera and reality. Sadly, the internet misconstrues a lot, because they can't read the humor, but most hold such a high standard due to success. I feel for her." Ari responds by saying, "I mean, she did come off as ungrateful, but yeah, death threats ain't it." Colin Smoke responds to James by saying, "Adults beefing with people much younger than them always boggles my mind. People need to recognize what that kind of meteoric success can do to a person when it happens so quickly, and be more understanding, especially given that this situation can be made right." Exile Crown responds to him by saying, "Imagine being 30 and sending death threats to a 16-year-old. Laughing my ass off, bye." Trisha Paytas quote tweets James and says, "Poor parenting on her parents' end. James for allowing you to be friends with Taddy, a middle-aged woman, while you were a teen. Unfortunately, you were the victim then. But now Charli is the victim. You being friends with a minor is predatory. Imagine always being the victim in every situation. James, how do you do it? How are you so perfect? I know it's easy to deflect me now, but imagine being James Charles, more hated than even Trisha Paytas. Phew, what a feat. P.S. Stop stealing small creators' art clothing, makeup looks, etc. People use me to deflect because of my reputation of trolling and being cancelled. I'm fine with it. I was here before they could walk, and I'll be here long after they cancel themselves with their cocky ass we're better than you attitudes. It doesn't get you anywhere. Bad attitudes are the fall of some huge A-list celebs, who are actually talented. And you bet the same goes for D-list hacks like James. Definitely I've always said no one deserves to be cancelled. Everyone has room for growth / positive influence. Except James Charles. Please cancel him. He a forever victim with a superiority conflict. Has never said sorry his whole life, / hangs out with an underage girl regularly. I love that I'm crazy because I speak my mind. The cool thing is, I am 32 and old as fuck, and I make money offline, so couldn't give a shit if millennials like me or not. But also, 95% of LA influencers are fake as fuck. Sorry, I'm realsies." While Trisha tweeted about him and made TikToks about him, James decided to respond to her on TikTok. Here is what he said.
How is it that James Charles is the victim in every single situation?
I didn't want to respond to this because I didn't want to give Trisha the attention that she's clearly craving. However, I've now been accused of being a child groomer, and this is not an accusation that I'm going to take lightly. To insinuate that the relationship between Charli and I is anything other than just a friendship is absolutely disgusting. I don't need Charli, and Charli does not need me. I became friends with the D'Amelio family as a whole very, very early on because this is all very, very new to them, and I wanted to be a friend and a mentor in any way that I possibly could. And Charli and I, despite not being the same age, had one thing in common, which was coming to the spotlight at a very, very young age. This is something that Trisha has never experienced because the only reason she is in the spotlight is because she has said racist things. She said the N-word, she's done blackface, she offended the trans community, she offended the DID community, she said Hitler wasn't that bad of a guy, voted for Trump, and has started a fight with about every single other creator on this platform. You are in no position to be talking about me and my career, so I highly recommend that you stop starting fights with people that are half your age, pack it up, and work on holding yourself and your best friends around you because they and you are the problem.
Trisha responds to him on TikTok, and I have that in another video, but she also responds to him on Twitter. She says, James Charles really thought he did something. He's fat-shamed me now, he's age-shamed me now, but I never called you a groomer. Hanging with minors as an adult, however, is predatory shit. James bringing up shit when I was in my early 20s will be what he has to face in 10 years when people bring up his relationship with an underage girl. Boy, girl, straight, relationships adults have with minors is creepy. Comment Cop then reposts Trisha's tweet saying that James being friends with Charli is predatory, and then shows a screenshot of all the collabs Trisha Paytas did a year ago with the then underage person, Jojo Siwa. Internet Unwind reacts to all of this by saying, not gonna lie, I think it's kind of weird that all of a sudden just hanging out with underage people is creepy enough to be cancel worthy. Just seems weird to me. Soupy says, Trisha Paytas versus Charli D'Amelio, 2020 color eyes. Molly says, me spending my entire day listening to drama between Charli D'Amelio, James Charles, and Trisha Paytas. Angelica Oles says, Trisha Paytas canceling the D'Amelio sisters over being moody teenagers when she has done every problematic thing in the book doesn't sit right with me. Also, calling James predatory? Are you okay, ma'am? Spill Sesh posts Trisha's TikTok response to James on Twitter, captioning it by saying, she can't be serious right now. And then James responds with a picture of Trisha in blackface captioned, okay. And then all of a sudden, for no reason whatsoever, Jeffree Star drops into the drama with a Snapchat. Here is what he said.
Everyone. I guess yesterday there was a bunch of drama with other people not involving me, but people still want to mention my name. First of all, I have no idea what happened. I don't give a fuck what happened. I'm too busy worrying about me, myself, my family, and I don't care. I don't entertain it. So if you were friends with me and you're not anymore, keep my fucking name out of your mouth, bitch!
Jesus fucking Christ, this guy is mentally ill. Like, what the actual fuck? A drama between teenagers, for the most part. I guess we can give Trisha a pass because she has the brain capacity of a teenager. And you just come here on Snapchat screaming about it, even though it has absolutely nothing to do with you. As said yourself in the Snapchat. You know what? You do whatever you want. You've already won the game of life, so just have at it. Anyways, continuing on with this saga. Dixie D'Amelio posts this TikTok in order to get back at Trisha.
The police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got a bag cause I'm brown and not the other color, so police think they have the authority to kill a minority, but fuck that shit.
Trisha responds to it on Twitter by saying, at Dixie D'Amelio, I said this 10 years ago and have since apologized numerous times. You danced and smiled to it yesterday. Where's your apology? Not cool in 2020, girl. Trisha then decides to add salt to the wound by posting videos of James Charles being supposedly racist.
I guess the N-word is only okay when James Charles says it. Am I the only one that has to apologize for saying that disgusting word? Like, they get a free pass. Hey, you gotta call me out. Make sure your closet is real clean of skeletons. Just make sure of that. And this isn't the only time he said it. It's disgusting. And it's racist.
She then continues further when she posts this video onto Twitter.
I have been canceled for a lot of shit that I've done in my past, and it sucks. And some people will never forgive me, and that's totally fine. And I don't care if teenagers don't like me. I don't care if influencers don't like me. That's been my life on the internet. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't matter. If anything, I'm so thankful and grateful for all the times I've gotten canceled, because not only have I been able to educate myself, learn, and grow, because I came from a really ignorant small town in Illinois, I've also been able to use my voice, my platform, and my money to actually make a change. I've donated over $32,000 this year alone on my 32nd birthday to various charities, including but not limited to Doctors Without Borders, Trans Equality, Feeding America, Broadway Cares, ASPCA, and AFSP. I donated to help, but I shared it to raise awareness for very important issues going on right now. People like to deflect and sidetrack in politics and hear you on social media, but there are real issues. People are actually dying. Things are going on in the world that are way more serious than silly, frivolous stuff that's going on TikTok.
Lorray XO tweets out, "Good morning to everyone except Trisha Paytas." Michaela responds to her by saying, "Careful, she might make a TikTok about you." Nina responds, "No, he's not a minor." Trisha responds to him by saying, "Imagine thinking rape is a joke," showing a tweet he made in 2011 that says, "Fuck, just came out of the mall," and "T-guy at Hot Topic raped me." She then continues by saying, "How are the D'Amelio's parents or management not stepping in and be like, maybe don't dance to the N-word? Like, someone wrangle these poor girls. Just wildin'. They def need better PR. It looks like a mess for the most popular girl on social media right now. Your entitlement is showing." Speaking of that, Dixie that same day did end up apologizing for the TikTok. She tweeted out, "I posted a TikTok with the intention of making a point that didn't need to be made. I took it down and sincerely apologized for posting it in the first place. And I am so thankful for everyone. I'm wishing you all a great weekend, and thank you again for the love and support." Someone then responded to her, and she responded back, "Nah, it was dumb and tone deaf of me." And that's about it for the drama, but I do want to leave you with one last tweet from Rusty Cage, who says, "Trisha Paytas looks like when you get a bad slab of pork and pour Coke on it, and then little worms come out." Thank you, Rusty. I think that's a great note to end on. If you want to see more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to keep up to date with what I have to say on this, don't forget to follow me on my Twitch and Twitter. Thank you so much to my channel members for supporting the channel, in particular, the Dank Memes Play and Boar. This helps me out immensely, and I appreciate it a lot. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.